In this chapter, the authors introduce the concepts of organizational identity and image. They also explain how each of these can contribute to strategic communication initiatives for organizations. They conclude with a discussion of branding and how organizations strive to communicate their mission and purpose to those outside of it. At the end of this lecture, you should have an appreciation of what a strategic approach to understanding organizations means, as well as how complicated and intricate the various facets of organizational communication can be. A mission statement is a formal and stable declaration of an organization's purpose. It describes the central reason for why an organization exists and serves as a representation of its voice to both its members and those external to it. So, what are the benefits of a good mission statement? A sound mission statement benefits an organization in four primary ways. First, to communicate the organization's direction and purpose. Second, to provide boundaries for what the organization does and does not do. Third, to help make everyday decisions. And finally, to inspire and motivate organizational members. To further understand how mission statements function in the overall life of an organization, let's explore Heath's concept of an organizational voice. The concept of organizational voice helps us to understand organizational life. The voice of an organization is all of the communication that makes it meaningful to itself and to others. General information that could be provided in a statement includes the people you intend to serve, your central product or products, your geographic domain, expression of growth, innovation, and/or profit, as well as key elements of the organization's values, philosophy, and desired image. Stone, 1996, suggests the following characteristics for an effective mission statement. First, keep it short. It should be no longer than 15 to 20 words. Consider a mission tagline if the mission has to be longer. Next, be transparent. Avoid cliches, buzzwords, and jargon. It should be clear. Also, be specific to your organization. It should reflect the values, shared history, and other indicators of an organization's culture. You should also consider your audience. Who will ultimately be reading your mission statement should be a factor in determining its content, tone, and length. Update when necessary. It should be revised and revisited regularly to ensure that the mission statement is current and still reflects the purpose and goals of the organization or company. And finally, think and write positively. The mission statement should be encouraging and inspiring. Overall, a company's mission forms the foundation from which all messaging and future strategic plans should emerge. A mission statement reflects and influences two key aspects of how organizations communicate and exist in the world around them. The two key aspects are organizational identity and organizational image. So, what are the distinctions between organizational identity and image? Organizational identity is what members perceive, think, and feel about the organization. It is the collective commonly shared understanding of the organization's values and characteristics. On the other hand, organizational image is the way that the organization is viewed and perceived by external audiences. It reflects the organizational communication practices that occur within it, but also the carefully constructed presentation of the organization that it projects outwardly in its marketing and public relations efforts. Furthermore, organizational image is different from identity in the sense that it can be manipulated by its internal members. Many organizations employ full-time members to manage its public perception. This is the role of public relations in strategic communication. Public relations refers to the professional maintenance of a favorable public image. A strategic communication approach to organizations must take into consideration organizational identity and image. The most visible aspect of how an organization presents itself is its brand. A brand is a name, term, design, symbol, or other artifact or a collection of these used to distinguish an organization from its competitors. Branding is the process of creating a brand that will distinguish an organization from others. Additionally, a brand helps create visibility and memorability in competitive markets and to establish credibility. Marketeers refer to the quantifiable trends in consumer knowledge and awareness of the brand as brand awareness. It is important to note that all types of organizations can benefit from a consistent, well-respected brand. Any type of organization can use its brand identity to drive decisions about the long-term goals and objectives it strives for. To use a brand strategically in this way as an organization, organizations should achieve a favorable and consistent brand equity. Brand equity refers to the overall value of the brand. It is often marked by how widespread the awareness is of the brand, how credible the brand is perceived to be, and how loyal internal and external members are to the brand. The idea framework presents a step-by-step approach to approaching the branding process based on four key principles. First, I stands for integrity. The integrity of the brand is the extent to which the organization's internal identity and external image align with each other, as well as with the organization's mission. D is for democracy. The democracy of a brand refers to the extent to which the organization trusts its members to communicate their own, similar understanding of the organization's mission and identity. A way to create wider participation in the brand's maintenance is to employ brand ambassadors or individuals hired to promote a brand or product publicly. E is for ethics. The brand ethics refers to the extent to which the brand portrayed reflects the core values of the organization. And finally, A is for affinity. The brand affinity is the extent to which the brand is well liked and respected, particularly as it pertains to working alongside and partnering with other organizations. The four key principles of the IDEA framework can assist organizational leaders in any sector to assess the strengths and weaknesses in their branding strategy. An organization's brand is strongest when its organizational identity and image are aligned. Much of the work on branding can be understood to address the credibility of the organization. Source credibility refers to the message receiver's perception that the source is competent, trustworthy, and caring. Therefore, the power of a clear and consistent brand for all three major types of organizations is evident.